Hi, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Welcome back to actually a new series. I decided let's do a podcast, and who else should we bring but none other than the late and great. I'm making it sound like you're dead, Noodles. I'm sorry, you're not dead. Miss Noodles is very much alive. You may know her from all the funny edits on my channel. Say hi, Miss Noodles. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. So, well, welcome to the channel, as in first time anybody's ever heard your voice. But anyway, we have something that just dropped today. Well, 11 hours ago. The Obi-Wan Kenobi official trailer starring Ewan McGregor. Star Wars Jesus him fucking self. Oh, well, there goes my ad revenue. Well, there goes that. All right. But before, I actually want to tell a funny story, seeing as this is a podcast kind of style thing where we review and do other stuff and we talk about random stuff, right? There is a very funny story, and I'm sure, Noodles, I've told you this a couple times, but it's literally one of my favorite stories to ever tell. So, for most of you guys don't actually know, before I moved back in with my parents, I had my own place. Long and arduous details aside, she got the house, I got to go home with no debt. Woo! Great. Awesome. Yeah. Hate my life. Whatever. So while I was living with Voldemort's evil cousin, this is early on into our relationship. You know, we got a house together, you know, real dumb stuff. You know, because you're young and dumb and you think that you can do all these things. And, well, quite frankly, I did. I had my own place. I was paying for it successfully. Food was a problem, but MREs are plentiful, and God help you if you eat too many of them. A side effect from eating MREs, as any veteran can tell you, you don't poop. Didn't know that. Me being a civilian, never gotten into the military. Didn't know that was a thing.
That's a problem.
Yeah. I actually asked my boss. I was like, "Yo, dude, I may have to go to the hospital." He's like, "Why?" I was like, "I haven't taken a crap in a week." He's like, "That sounds like a problem. What have you been eating?" I was like, "MREs." He's like, "That's why, stupid." Yeah, they have so much sodium in them. They actually don't make you can't poop, or they have something in there you just can't go to the bathroom. Didn't know that. So after that, I kind of like. I didn't have a heart attack, but that's not the story. So I digress. So I'm there. I'm gonna go call her she for anonymity's sake. She was out at the bar, and I was all right with it because I was like, man, I'm tired from work. You know, you go have fun with your friends. I'm good. I'll come pick you up whenever you need. And I was like, man, I need to take a shower. The master bathroom shower hadn't been fully cleaned yet. We had just moved in. So I was showering in the guest bathroom. And even over the noise of the shower, I hear boom, boom. Like someone's trying to shoulder their way into the dead bolted door. So me, being the genius I am, or the absolute insane man, I think, okay, I have two options here, and I don't have a lot of time before they make it through that door, because this door is made of like plywood. It's nothing. I was like, okay, I can either get a weapon or clothes. Weapon or clothes. Weapon. So I come out. As a matter of fact, I can actually pause the video real quick, and I pause the video if you guys will. I can go grab the actual weapon that I had. You guys want to see it? Actually, I'm going to do that, so I'll be right back. This is going to be funny, Miss Noodles. You're gonna laugh. Just for spoilers, it's not a gun. I didn't have a gun. I wasn't 21 years old at the time. If you guys pause the video, you're just now getting this. But I didn't have a gun. But what I did have was a medieval longsword. So I have that in my hands, and I will get it in a second, or I won't. I don't know. I'm lazy. I'm not gonna get it. Too much effort. So I get out of the shower. I run into the master bedroom, and the sword is sitting above, because we have one of those nice like headboards where you could put stuff in it. Like one side was her, one side was mine, including the very top portion.
Oh, let's see.
So it was very fancy. It really was. It was really nice. The bed sucked, but hey, whatever. too soft, and me being a big guy, I like things a little bit more firm so I don't sink. Well, it wasn't, ifs and buts were candy and nuts, the world would be a better place. So anyway, I run out here. I'm in the hallway, dripping wet, naked as the day I was born. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to the guy outside the door who's trying to break into my house. Who I'm fucking naked, and whoever, I swear to God, whoever's on the other side of that door, if you lose, I'm fucking you. And I can hear a pause. I hear a pause because I wasn't actually going to do it. I understand law, and I wasn't actually going to do it. But it's to fuck up their OODA loop. I don't remember what it's the way people process information and make decisions afterwards. That is a key thing. If you are, I learned this from a military channel that I watch. If you're going into combat, you want to screw up the enemy's OODA loop because they won't be able to react accordingly, giving you precious seconds to react. However, I hear the door the door stops giving. I was watching the door start to buckle, and I'm like, I've got to do something. So I scream that out. So what do I do in this precious advantage? Go get clothes. Call the cops. No, I charge the door, butt naked, dick swinging, ready to fight. And I hear, as soon as I grab the knob and start turning, I hear, oh shit, and some dude hauling ass across my lawn. So I throw open the door in all my glory and say, yeah, you weren't expecting that. And me being a very big bearded, long-haired guy, looking slightly demented with eyes like ready for, like, I'm ready for this. Like, I have mentally prepared for one of us getting fucked at the end of this fight because the loser's getting fucked. However, it gets better. I didn't ever catch the guy, nor did the police. We did call the police afterwards. I go and I go to the bar and get her, and I come back. I was like, hey, babe, there was a problem tonight. She's like, oh, what was the problem? I was like, somebody tried to break in while I was in the shower. She's like, oh my God, did you call the cops? I said, no. And I proceeded to tell her. She looked at me dead in the face and said, are you okay mentally? Who thinks of that? And I said, exactly. Who would have, like, if you're robbing a joint and the owner of the house comes out butt naked with a medieval longsword screaming about the person who loses is going to get fucked. Who is mentally prepared for that fight? And who wants to have that fight? No one. And it gets better because we call the police. The officer said, okay, I need your side of the story, son. So I proceed to tell him. He looks at me dead in the face and said, so you walked outside butt naked, screaming, I'm going to, quote unquote, fuck you if I win. The loser is getting fucked. I looked at him dead in the eyes, serious face, and said, yes, officer.
Yes, officer.
He's like, did you mean it? I was like, nope. It was purely intimidation. Because who in their right mind is going to stay and fight after that? He's like, that is very effective. Because I am a hardened police officer, and I would have turned around and said, you have a nice day, sir. Don't care. I'm not getting in that fight. I was like, see, I'm telling you, it's effective. I told my friends that this happened, the next day that they were over, and they didn't even bat an eye and said, yep, that sounds like something you do. Yep. Didn't even ask if I was serious. They were like, yep, that's glacial. Yep.
Sounds about right.
Yep, sounds about right. That's par for the course for this guy. I was like, man, I really must be crazy. Because my friends aren't even batting an eye at this. And it's by far the tamest thing we've ever done. We've done very stupid things. We've done very funny things. And if you guys like this kind of stuff, if you guys like hearing these stories, I love telling them. I will tell them until I'm old and gray and don't have a voice. Because they're so stupid and they're so me, it's not even funny. just imagine for a second, you're gonna burglarize a home. You're walking through there with your gun, and you're walking through there with your trash bag or whatever you're gonna use to collect the valuables, and just some big naked white hairy dude steps out of the master bedroom with this like berserker look in his eye. I'm gonna fuck you if I win. Because the loser's getting fucked, and I'm not fucking losing. You are going to collectively shit your pants,
Yeah.
immediately turn around and walk out the door, and present yourself to the nearest evaluation center for mental health. It's just going to happen. And that is the legit thought that ran through my head was, this person is going to be scarred for life. But you know what? You tried to break into my house. Different story nowadays because I'm 21 and I am a firearm owner, so fuck around and find out, big guy. Kidding. Can't say that kind of shit. Didn't mean it.
I mean, it's home protection, self-defense.
Castle doctrine. Thank God I live in Florida.
All you're saying is you're defend yourself. If you have
Damn
to.
right. God help them. They hurt the puppies. Oh, it's going fisticuffs. It's gonna happen. Don't you touch my puppy. You can take my Xbox. Don't touch my computer. You can take everything. You can take the keys to my car. Good luck starting her. Because I'm the only one who can start my car. Good luck, buddy. And it's not even a manual. It's automatic, and she'll only start for me. Kinky bitch. Everybody's like, you need to treat her nice. Like, no, the car actually likes it rough for some reason. There is no gentle with her. I tried gentle and she doesn't start. I don't get it. But yeah, no, go ahead. Sorry.
I love that story. It's one of my favorites.
I mean, if you guys on YouTube ever questioned my sanity before, you're gonna be questioning it now, because that is kind of a generalistic look of what me and my buddies did and shit we've done on our own. There's stories I can't even talk about.
Aww.
Because they're personal and I can't talk about them. I'm not putting my buddies' shit on that. However, one former friend, maybe an exception. I don't care. I'm not actually going to do that. He was still once a friend. I may not like him at this moment. I don't want to see him starve. I just don't want him to eat at my table.
I see.
So if you're watching, dude, I hope you have a good life, but it's a no from me, dog. Anyway, enough with the crazy thing, showcasing my mental instability and willingness to really fuck up someone and put them in a mental ward, because that's just how my brain works, and dark humor makes me laugh. Because the officer didn't, just to go back to the story, the officer didn't, I mean, he had like this, I've never seen and this dude wasn't skinny. He was maybe 6'5", 240 pounds of muscle.
Shit.
He was not a tiny lad. And here I am, 5'9", 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Looking him dead in the eyes saying, yes, officer, I really messed this person up. You might see him later tonight in a mental ward. But I will tell you this, we had no other problems except for one dude. And I'll tell you guys about that if you guys want to hear him. Because fuck that guy.
I want to hear.
Okay, so you want to... Alright, so it was one of my neighbors. I got along really good with the neighbor that was on one side of me. As a matter of fact, he used to hold yard sales, and I used to browse around, and I used to pay him to cut my lawn because I'm a lazy bastard and I don't want to cut my lawn, let alone use my almost stepfather's lawnmower. Yeah, that was crazy. I got a whole crazy bunch of stories with that, but I won't tell them.
I need to know them all, so yes, please.
I will tell you them when you're ready. You're not ready.
Okay, I see how it is.
Hey, I have a bad reputation. I have like a bad track record with crazy people.
Okay,
Like-
alright, that's fine.
Like, yeah, her mother was not my biggest fan. Stepfather was not my biggest fan.
I see. I see.
Yeah,
Well,
fun.
that's understandable.
So anyway, back to the guy who I really want to kick his ass. So me and my homies we went to Walmart to get, I think, lawn chairs and Corona. Because coronavirus had just become a thing, and we were that stupid, and we were like, you know what would go great with coronavirus? Corona beer. Let's do it.
Sounds about right.
And I
know someone
fucking
who
hate
does.
beer. Beer is what I imagine drinking horse piss tastes like.
Oh, God.
It is disgusting. I am a liquor man through and through, and I don't even drink that often. So anyway, we're at Walmart. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're at Walmart. Check it out. You know, we got the brewskis in one hand. I got the lawn chairs, and we're just sitting there shooting the shit in the middle of Walmart. You know, waiting to. I get a phone call. I was like, "Yo, buddy, can you reach in my pocket? I know this is weird. Reach in my pocket and answer my phone for me, and put it up to my ear." He's like, "Okay," so he did. This is how those guys are like family to me right now. I mean, there's some weird shit that we've done. Anyway, so it's her, and she's like, "Hey, you have to come home now." I was like, "Hey, that's kind of the point. We're at the checkout. We're about to get the beer. We're about to get the chair." She's like, "No. You need to come home now." I was like, "Okay. So what's wrong?" She's like, "Well, there's a dude just standing in our window." I was like, "Oh, really?"
Oh, fuck.
And he's just staring at us. I was like, "All right. Well," I looked at my friends and said, "Hey, boys, how do you feel about kicking someone's ass?"
Oh my
And-
God, that's like scary.
And they're like, "Fuck it, let's do it. Do we still get to get the beer?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and get the beer." So we get the beer. We're on the way home, and I pull up, and sure enough, this motherfucker was walking back to his house from my window. I was like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "I was just knocking on the door." I was like, "No, you weren't. You were standing at the window when we pulled in. I'm not fucking stupid. What were you doing at my door? Why were you staring into my windows?" He's like,
Dude, what?
"It's a free fucking country." I was like, "Yeah, this is my property.
What the fuck, dude?
Right now, you are not welcome on this property. And you are like a dick hairs close to getting your ass kicked. Why are you standing in my window?"
Mm-hmm.
So he decides to do the dumbest thing. Go ahead and guess what he does.
Argue with y'all?
No, it's even better. We were arguing already. Even better.
Call the cops?
No, that came later. So I'm sitting on the hood of my car trying to be as neutral as possible, even though I'm seething. And my friends, we're not small guys. We are big men. And this dude would put Frodo Baggins at the top tier, swollest member of the list. He was so skinny, I think if a cheeseburger even growled at him, he would faint.
Oh my God. That's creepy.
He steps into my best friend's face, and my best friend looks at me. I said, "I'll take care of this." I hop off my car. I said, "You need to get the fuck off of my property before I pick you up and throw you over to your house. And then your bitch ass wife can clean up the mess. I understand that you guys don't have a great marriage and she's not a happy person with you. I get that. But I wouldn't want to put that on her. Clean up a broken piece of shit like you."
Oh my God.
And he takes 2 steps back onto his property line and then crosses his arm like, "What are you gonna do?" I was like, "Homie,
Wow.
you don't understand how like 40 shades of ass whooping is about to come your fucking way. Like, you need to go home now and let us enjoy our evening, and we'll forget about this." He's like, "I won't fucking forget." I was like, "Okay, then we can get the cops involved. Do you really want that? I can smell what you're doing in the backyard. It smells a little illegal. It smells a little green.
Little skunky.
A little skunky." I don't want to be that guy. I really don't.
Yeah.
So
That's very creepy.
he leaves, and his wife comes over, and yeah, I have nothing wrong with his wife. His wife was a very nice lady. I felt bad for her. She's like, hey, he's just drunk and high at the same time. I said, I understand. I get that. But here's the problem. He's coming in and peeping into my window at my girlfriend and my work friend who's in a sports bra and workout shorts. Both of them. And staring like a pervert about to just bust a nut all over my window. I was like, I can't ignore that. I was like, you and I have always had a very good relationship. She's like, she's like, before, she's like, what did you mean by you want to throw him and I'd have to clean up the mess? I was like, oh, I was going to make him a goo spot and you'd have to like sweep him to the end of the curb. Like, you know, those old, like Mary Poppins, like, yeah, that. She starts dying laughing, like, okay, I get it. I was like, yes, I'm not being sexist. I was just meaning I was going to whoop his ass so hard. E.T. would go, oh boy. So yeah. So then the next day she's like, look, you know, I'm sorry for all this. I was like, you're fine. Just please tell your husband to never come on my property again, ever. And then come to find out, she's like, do you know he actually came onto your back porch? I was like, fucking excuse me? She was like, yeah, he was bragging about how he flipped your burgers. I was like, I wondered why. I thought I was fucking nuts. I looked at my best friend and I was like, yo, did you flip the burgers? He's like, no, did you? I was like, no, but they flipped. He's like, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I was like, I told her, I was like, you know, I have to do this now. She's like, I understand you have to call the cops. I was like, I'm so very sorry, but your husband is very close to getting either a restraining order or trespassed and going to jail.
That's fucked.
I was like, I'm right? It gets better. So I call the cops in the morning because I don't want to ruin their life. I'm a dick, but I'm not a fucking asshole. I will sit there and bullshit with and talk shit the entire time. But when it comes down to it, do I want to fight? Only if I have to. Mm-hmm. And it ain't gonna be no gentleman's boxing. I'm gonna kick that dude so hard in the fucking nuts he's gonna cough him up, and I'm gonna win the fight. There is no gentleman's art of fighting. I don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. Comment section, y'all can say whatever the hell you want, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'm in that fight before it even starts.
Yeah.
Call me a bitch. I don't care. I am a bitch 110%. Bitch mate.
If you're in the ring, then yes. If you're out of the ring, then no.
If it's a street fight, homie, you might not have kids. Just saying. I'm a former soccer player, so that chance of you having kids goes from 95% to 0 real fucking quick. That is the one thing I have retained for ever since I was retired from soccer. My nice leg strength. But yeah, so I call the cops and they send the two biggest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Henry Cavill had a baby, and that's one of them. And the other one, I shit you fucking not, was my height, similar to my build but very broad shoulders, was 300 pounds of muscle.
Damn.
And I looked over, and I was like, we started talking, he was joking. I was like, so Officer Tiny, how did you get here? He was like, you know, that's a good joke, because Officer Smiles over here, this dude never smiled ever the entire interaction, while the guy that I called Tiny was laughing and joking. He looked at me like, so y'all telling me y'all didn't do anything? Y'all didn't drink? Y'all didn't smoke? I was like, no, officer. He said, boy, I'm gonna call bullshit. You young, you got your own place. As long as I don't see it, I'm not gonna do nothing about it. I was like, okay, maybe we had some drinks. Okay, maybe we did. But that was after all this. He's like, okay, I get you. I was like, so this is what happened. He's like, so what do you want to do? I was like, well, honestly, it's too late for y'all to arrest him, so there's really no. I don't want that to happen. That's why I called y'all in the morning. He's like, okay, so you want more of like an intimidation tactic? I was like, yes. If we scare this dude enough, he's gonna fuck off. I don't want to ruin someone's life because he was stupid for one day. So I know he was home because I watched him walk in as they drove up. They watched him walk in as they drove up. They knock on the door in their typical police style, which I know how to do because I'm fucking inept. And
An answer.
and the wife comes to the door and says, "Oh no, he's not here."
Oh, come
And I was
on.
like, and we all like the officer looked over at us like, "Really?" I was like, he's there. I know he is. He's like, we know he is too, but if he's not coming to the door, we can't do anything. I was like, he bitch made. The officer's like, yep.
See,
And I never had a problem with him again. As a matter of fact, I went to work one morning and he walked out. I looked him dead in the eyes as I was driving to work, and he stepped back in the house. And I swear to God, I saw a puddle of piss. Fuck that guy.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I like you.
All right, hold on one second. I think
It was like being that much of a creeper.
yeah.
And you know you're living next to this guy for like whoever knows how long. I don't give a fuck. I'd have fucking pressed all the charges.
Well,
Like,
I didn't want to do it because I thought they had kids. And I'm not gonna ruin the kid's life because the dad's a jackass.
You wouldn't be ruining their life, and like, how would that ruin their life? You know?
Well,
You
I
just,
mean,
like-
because daddy's not at home and mama has to work 3 different jobs due to, and this was, we were right by an airport, so it wasn't the greatest neighborhood, if you catch my drift. And it was very heavy with activity that I don't partake in several different forms.
I understand. I just
But-
like I would have had to have, like, you know.
Oh, I there was one night, I swear to God, I saw him in my yard, and I was like, nope, no, we ain't playing this game.
See? Do you see what I mean? Fuck that shit. That is way too creepy.
It's, and you know, and that's why I'm really glad I did move back in, because I'll be honest, a lot of people look at moving back in with your parents as a sign of failure, and it's just bad that a 23-year-old dude is living with his mama and his daddy. I don't know if y'all have ever checked. College is expensive.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's
I don't
it's
either.
smart. It you know, as long as the dynamic's good and
Yeah.
you know.
As a matter of fact, it's great. I just got a new gun. You guys won't see this yet, but stay tuned for this weekend, because Noodles,
Oh, yeah.
I may make you work a little bit
Oh yeah. I'm
stitching
ready.
together the video. I'm gonna go ahead and apologize, YouTube viewers. Don't blow me up in the comments. I don't have a fancy portable camera that I got my iPhone. Okay, that's all I got. That's all I can afford.
I see.
Okay.
That's good for now.
Ammo's expensive. I just spent fucking $40 to get. Let's see. No, it was $1 a round. $40 for 40 rounds, and I have 2 magazines, and it doesn't fill both magazines. But y'all will like it.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, and yeah, and it allowed me moving back in, especially when I did, was probably the smartest decision I ever made, because I had just got laid off. I didn't have a great job. I'll be honest. I hated my job. I hated most of the people I worked with. They were conniving debt collectors. And yeah, I was a debt collector for 1.5 years. I hated my life.
That sucks. Yeah.
It
Definitely not a fun job.
no. Yeah, and by the end of it, they were like, "Well, do you even want to be here?" I said, "No, I'm going back to college." What part of that makes you think I want to be here? I'm going back to fucking college. I left school, started working with you guys, and now I'm going back to school because I hate this job so fucking much. I'd rather go back to school. And I hate school. So it's the lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
I was like, and the day they fired me was fucking hilarious. I told them a week prior, I was like, hey, I have to go to this orientation this day. They're like, well, can't you move it? I was like, no, it's on a Friday. I can't move it. It's the orientation. What do you want me to do? Call the call. Hey, my boss doesn't like me going to this orientation today. Are you guys rescheduling it? No, it's not how it's going to fucking work. I was like, look, I need this time off. They're like, do you have PTO? I was like, no, I don't have PTO because I just got out of a car wreck where y'all took all my PTO before I could even get on, oh, fuck me. Sideways. Bum, 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 bum. Farmers don't sue me. Workers' comp. Before I could take workers' comp, y'all took all my PTO, so I have nothing left. I told you guys that I'm going back to school and I'm going to need certain days off, so I'm going to need my PTO. They're like, well, then there's nothing we can do. I was like, they're like, we expect you here. I was like, well, then you're going to be expecting nothing because I'm not going to show up. I have to do this. I don't understand. I was like, I don't get where the confusion is. Your company is a medical debt collection agency that is contracted by the hospital. So you're a little bit better than the regular fucking debt collectors. I hate them all. And then here's college, going back to school to better my education. Y'all were okay with this. Why is it suddenly a problem? Oh yeah, it's end of month and y'all don't give a shit because you need to meet your quota. Well, let me tell you something, Sparky. I'm not showing up. You guys are just gonna have to put me as a no call, no show. I don't care. I was like, I already put my 2-week notice in. My last day is Monday. What the hell do y'all want me to do? That's when I learned, don't put in your 2-week notice. Don't be nice. Fuck them. Because they're going to fire you before it. So I get back Friday. I'm sitting at my desk. My entire team and my supervisor had just gotten fired. Hold on, I just got a text message. My camera isn't on. Huh? Oh, I know why. You're not seeing I'm not sharing the screen for my camera. I'm sharing this. If I wanted to, I could just do... Hey, day, Junior. Anyway, yeah, I could just put my video up. But yeah, you're just seeing the thing. You'll have to wait and see the nice facial reactions. So anyway, I sit down at my desk. It's like 9 o'clock in the morning. We get done with our morning bullshit meeting. Like, you guys can do this. So we just need this much money today. Da da da. And I'm just going through my morning routine. I got my coffee. I'm drinking it. And they're like, hey, Jaren, can we talk to you? I was like, yeah, boss. What's up? Where's my team? Why am I on an island here? Where's my supervisor? I texted him. I was like, yo, bro, where are you at? You showing up today? He's like, he didn't respond. So they pull me in the office and they're like, so you said your last day was Monday, right? I was like, yeah. What about it? And they're like, well, you didn't show up yesterday. I was like, and I told you exactly why I didn't show up. I didn't think I left more, like, any room for misunderstandings. I got this thing I got to do for college. And y'all want me to be at work. I won't say college. Because that's going to further my career and my education, and it's going to make me better. Yeah. I realize I have been rambling for 30 minutes. Holy shit.
There's nothing wrong with that. We're just chatting. Podcast.
Yeah. So I'm like, my boss was not the original one that I started. I liked my original boss. She was nice. She was mean when she had to be. And that's a whole nother story for a different podcast. There's a lot of work shenanigans that happened when me and my buddy were working together. Let me tell you.
I can imagine.
And we liked each other. We were cool. And then Humpty Dumpty comes up and tries to break our house down. I know, Big Bad Wolf, Humpty Dumpty. It went better together. Don't judge me, chat. Comment section, chat. Jesus, people, don't judge me.
Judging.
Go ahead.
Always judging.
You're about to judge me even more. So my boss said, well, unfortunately at this time, I was like, let me just save you the breath. I'm pretty sure I know what you're going to say. You're going to go ahead and tell me that the company's decided to move in a different area and you're just not on the list. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I quit. Have a fucking great day. And he's like, do you need help? Or the HR guy was like, hey, do you need help? I said, Paul, just sure as fuck I do. You can get a little box for all my stuff and you can help me walk it to the door. I didn't like this guy. He was a class A cock knobbler.
You mean like kiss ass?
Oh, he sucked on the hardest of dick. He's like very friendly to your face, but he'll talk the maddest shit behind your back, and I can't stand that. And I know he's done that to me. So I knew I had been waiting for them to do that entire drive over. They're like, you're not even upset. I was like, no, honestly, you could have just saved me the time and called. I'd be still asleep at this point if I knew you guys were going to try to fire me today. I wouldn't have came to this bullshit place and done some bullshit for 8.5 hours.
Yeah, they probably wanted you to just to be assholes.
Yeah, no, and I just outpetted him. So, he walks to the back room. I'm just sitting there on my desk with my, I'm literally sitting on my desk. And I'm just waiting. And everybody's looking at me and they're like, so what are you doing? I was like, oh, I quit. Fuck this place. I was like, I'm not even, like, some of y'all were cool with me. I don't give a fuck. Other y'all were assholes. Some of y'all, fuck y'all. And
say bye to your friends?
Oh yeah, I was like, yo, everybody I like, and y'all like me. Deuces. Everybody who doesn't like me, kiss my ass. So yeah, go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying I wish I was like that. I would like to do that.
This was a year of built up frustration with stupid management policies and bullshit motivational speeches that led to pizza parties instead of pay raises. And my supervisor, who I really liked, and I don't believe the reason they told me they fired him. And I don't want to like get too far into it just in case. But I think it was bullshit because he was always nice. And, he was really nice to me. He was like a work friend, And, he'd walk over and we'd start talking about fucking Star Wars at 8 o'clock at night when the phones are dead and, all we can call is California, but California fucking sucks. So we're not talking to anybody.
Of everyone who might be listening from California.
Okay, let me paraphrase or let me clarify. Some like Californians as people may be cool. Y'all's medical debt collection practices, fucking English, Christ, suck the tiniest of dick. Holy shit, y'all are that is just the most ass backwards way to do anything I've ever seen in my life. Not to mention your firearms laws, but
he doesn't hate you.
No, I don't hate you. I hate your firearm laws and your medical practices, your medical debt collection practices. That's it. Individual Californians. I know a Californian. Do you remember Zach, right? From the Discord?
Yeah.
He fucking lives in California. Bastard, if you're watching this, when the fuck are you coming back to Florida, you asshole?
I know, I miss you.
I see you changed your hair recently. Anyway, so I'm packing my stuff in the smallest like increment that I can. And I was like, all right, I'm ready to go. He's like, oh, let me take this. I said, no, not a chance in hell, buddy. Give me the box. He's like, I'll walk you out. I was like, I know where the door is. I'm not stupid. I can see the door. He's like, well, I got to walk you out anyways. I was like, okay. Lead the way, babysitter. If this doesn't showcase how much of an asshole I am, especially when someone's being petty, I will out-petty you. Don't try me. I will go for the jugular.
I don't think you're an asshole. I think a lot of people would feel the way you do about, like built up frustration and...
It gets so much better.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna need your badge. I was like, my badge is on the fucking desk with the boss. I'm gonna need your name tag. It's my name. I own the intellectual property rights for my name. What the fuck do you need my name for? Well, just in case if you want to come back in. I was like, I'm not returning to this hellhole. What the fuck? I'm not crazy. I'd rather sell my testicles before I come back here. Fuck, dude. He's like, I still need it. I was like, here, fucking take it, you paranoid bastard. Fuck. So I get in the car and I call my dad. I was like, hey, Dad, I'm coming home. He's like, why? I was like, I got fired. He's like, you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm pissed. He's like, why? I was like, because I could be asleep right now. I didn't have to wear this fucking monkey suit today. So Dad, I can hear my father start chuckling in the background. He's like, all right, well, I'll see you when you get home. I was like, peace, Dad. I'm going back to bed. Fuck this. And then not 2 months later, I started YouTube and Twitch. Because I was like, fuck it. I got nothing to do. I'm a broke college kid. Let's see what happens.
It's like your origin stories.
Right? It's just
because I only know you from, online. Like that's where I knew you. So it's cool to hear your what led up to that.
Oh, dude. And then, I used to go take one of my coworkers that I really enjoyed hanging out with. I love her husband. I love her to death. They're amazing people. I used to go take her to lunch, and I used to go see her. Like, her husband would stop by, and everybody's like, oh, so you two are a thing now? I was like, no, she's got a husband who I like a lot. What the fuck? Do you guys have anything better to do than spread up rumors and your fucking legs on lunch? The shit? That was an actual thing. A TL and a worker got caught fucking in their car on lunch.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was interesting. The whole office knew about it, but the boss and everybody's like, I fucking hate my life. I don't want to work here.
I mean,
So,
I don't know. No comment.
So we tell her husband, like, this is what people have been saying. He's like, fuck him. What? He's like, I know you. I trust you. You're not going after my wife. I was like, no, she's like an older sister to me. First of all, West Virginia. Second of all, no.
Oh no.
Sorry, any West Virginians. I'm just making a joke. Please don't feel McCoy me.
You've now offended 2 states, so that's great.
Oh, yeah. Well, good thing I'm never living in either. I don't give a shit if my YouTube and Twitch career take off. I'm not moving to Cali or West Virginia. I don't even know what is there to do in West Virginia. Please, someone tell me. Mountains?
I mean, I'm sure we could find something fun to do.
Probably the same things I can do here in Florida.
I don't know. I'm sure there's a fun thing to do in every state.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was just like that. Like if I wrote a book about the stupid shit that has happened in my life, 90% of people would say he's fucking lying. There's no way you can be this lucky and this stupid at the same fucking time. It's like, no, it's true. I'm incredibly dumb and also very lucky.
I'll say it, you're not. He's lying. He's not dumb.
Don't let her fool you. I will astound people at how stupid I can be sometimes.
I don't think so. I disagree.
Well, thank you. But yeah, like, honestly, like there's just too many stories to tell that I have that most of you guys probably won't even believe, because you're like, there's no way in fuck that would happen. It's like, no, I've done it. Yeah.
Maybe we can do like, this could be the first in story time.
Right?
Make it like a story time Tuesday or something. This is like the first installment.
I know there are some stories that you guys will not believe a word out of my mouth that I know has happened with 100. Like, okay, here's the most Florida thing ever. So hurricane, and I'm going to explain why I call it this in a second. Irma. The reason I call it Irma is there was a homeless guy. He's quite known around the town I used to live in as a very big partaker of illegal substances that addle the brain. And he said, please help homeless from Irma. And he had it, he crossed it, he had the real name, IRMA, I believe that's how it was spelled. He crossed out the I and put the E there. So from now on, me and my buddies and my family have called Hurricane Irma Irma. So my buddy comes over to my house, and we had like a no knock policy. If I know you well enough, you don't even have to fucking knock on my door. Like, yeah, like y'all are welcome to stay here. Y'all can grub up, like eat some of the food, fam. Grab a beer. Let's go hang out on the back porch. Like that's how close friends of friends we were and are.
That's
So Hurricane Irma is raging out around us, and we're on my back patio, which is just a like a literal tin roof sheet with screen netting and concrete. That's it. We're just sitting there, just looking around, drinking a beer, going, damn, this hurricane sucks. Thought it would be better. And she came out and she's like, you guys can't be out here. We're like, why? We're okay. Nothing's gonna happen. It's a category 3 at this point in time. She's like, no, it's not. It's a category 5. I was like, no, it got downgraded this morning. Hey, we're fine. So we're just sitting out there, and she goes back in a huff. And I look at him I'm like, you going in? He's like, fuck no, I'm not going in. It's nice, and it's like 78, it's like 75 degrees. It's a nice cool temperature. We could sit out here for a little while, smoke a cigarette and, just shoot the shit. So we did. And then we got bored of staying in the house during the hurricane. So what did we do? We went to the gas station for ice cream, which was open. In the middle of the hurricane, we just got in the car and was like, I want ice cream. Let's go get some ice cream. All right, let's go. So we did that. I got what is it? The Sour Patch Kids ice cream that is sold at 7-Eleven. Fucking amazing. Not sponsored, but holy shit, guys, that's fucking amazing ice cream. My buddy just got plain vanilla ice cream. I was like, bro, you realize you got any flavor you wanted, so you picked vanilla. You are the most vanilla motherfucker I've ever met in my life. Yeah, shit, he looks like, yeah, but this dick ate though. I was like, I don't need to know that. Thanks, bud. Thanks. I don't need to know the intimate details of your sex life, but thanks. What you and your left hand do are not my fucking problem. So yeah, that is like if I know you and I know you really well, we are going to talk shit about each other back and forth. And I expect you, when you walk into my house, if you don't say what's up fucker or what's up bitch, you got to get out. You got to go. Because obviously something's not right. That's just how it is. So anyway, let's get into this video before I get totally off track, which has already fucking happened.
No, I love that. It sounds like just really cool dynamic to have with your friends.
For 23 years old, me and my buddies have lived more than most people have. We've done some dumb shit. We've done some fun shit. And that's where I'm going to end that statement. I was not always as prim and polished as you see me now. Let's just say that. I've done some dumb shit.
Nah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't believe.
Yeah. I envy your innocence. And me.
I guess.
Yeah. How are we alive? I don't know.
Guess what?
What's up?
I just saw a shooting star.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
You make that wish?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Don't tell me what you wish for, otherwise it won't come true.
I won't tell you, but it was
Good.
a good one.
Good.
I think you would approve.
Oh, fuck yeah. You're getting a gun. I always approve of that.
I am getting something.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right. Let's get into this video, guys. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi trailer, the new trailer featuring Ewan McGregor. Apparently it dropped 11 hours ago, and I just missed it. I watched it on stream tonight, guys, and Noodles is here to provide a fresh take on Star Wars and not the Nerdopedia who is me. Take on Star
I
Wars.
don't know anything. I'm here to just juxtaposition on Glaze because he knows everything about Star Wars. And
I have no
know
life.
nothing. I mean, I don't either, but I don't know anything about Star Wars. So,
All right,
okay,
let me know if you can see it right,
mm-hmm.
and let me know when to pause it for you. And you can ask any questions that you want. I'm gonna turn it up on my headset, so I may not hear you. It's a thick animal. That's his daddy's boy.
The key to hunting Jedi is patience.
Aren't you an ugly motherfucker?
Jedi cannot help what they are. Their compassion leaves a trail. The Jedi code is like an itch. He cannot help it. Where is he?
Right. That's why you got a different lightsaber. How dare you be unique in the Empire? God bless Star Wars. Jesus is back. Clean up, aisle me.
That was cool.
It really does. And so to explain a little bit of what's going on, let's see where. Okay, these guys right here, the guys in black right here with the funky looking headset or headdress, they're Inquisitors. They're Jedi Hunters.
Okay.
95% of them were Jedi themselves. So to hunt a Jedi, you must know the Jedi.
Oh.
However,
So they're traitors too, though.
pretty much, yeah. When offered, well, I wouldn't say traitors because I'm kind of pro-Empire myself. Hashtag burn all the Ewoks.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, he's trying to start stuff. Okay. I'm gonna be quiet. This is not about space bears, and
They ate innocent men of the Empire. How do you think they got the helmets for the drums? They ate
you
them.
know what? Some people deserve to be eaten. That's all I'm saying.
That is a very valid point. I agree with that, but they didn't. They were just sons and daughters of the Empire who got told, "Hey, you're gonna be stationed on this moon with fuzzy little discount Build-A-Bears with pointy sticks. You guys should be good to go. I have faith in you." And they got their ass kicked by a ragtag group of traitors, except for Captain Rex. Captain Rex is cool. He has a legitimate beef against the Empire. So does some of the main characters. Some of them do. I will give them that. But I mean, by and large, the normal stormtrooper wasn't an evil person. They were just trying to get a better life. They didn't want to get eaten.
Well, comes with the job. Hazards of the job.
Yeah, but I'm not going to look at a hornet hive and stick my dick in it and go, "Why did I just get stung?"
Well, that's what they're doing.
They brought order and peace to a ruined galaxy. Albeit with the slaughter of the Jedi, but hey, I like the Jedi, but I also realized they were fucking dumb. Why would you? Yes.
Oh my god!
And here's why. I feel for the clones who became the first generation of stormtroopers. The Jedi were inept commanders. They should not have been in charge of the military. Of course, you had your standouts like, obviously, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Plo Koon, maybe Ki-Adi-Mundi, I'm not 100% sure, Anakin, who cared about their men. But by and large, the regular Jedi would be like, hey, you four, you're going over there, you may not come back. And if you don't, sucks to suck. Not okay with that. The Empire was like, fuck the Jedi. We're going to take over the entire galaxy. Granted, they did some war crimes. No one's perfect. But I think the people who...
Pause right there. Pause right there. How are you gonna hate on the Space Bears for eating a couple of stormtroopers when you're rooting for friggin' Empire people who slaughter whole cultures of people, whole planets of people?
That was not the sentiment held by every stormtrooper. The majority of the men stationed on the Death Star did not really agree with blowing up Alderaan. I don't agree with it.
I bet all the Space Bears didn't agree with eating people.
I don't even know if you would count them as sentient.
Oh,
I mean,
come on.
They are discount Build-A-Bears with sticks, and they poked them to death.
Internal hatred for Space Bears.
I sure as fuck do. I do.
And you know, I think you're wrong, and I think I'm right.
Okay, well, I mean, we can argue about this till the cows come home, because I know that those innocent men and women did not deserve to be mauled by a bunch of Build-A-Bear wannabes.
When they should have stayed out of the ocean. Do you see what I'm saying? You go into an ocean and you get bit by sharks. How's it the shark's fault? Don't come on my planet and you won't get eaten. Okay,
I know you can't see it, but I have this just, what?
Where is your face? I want to see. I want to see the face that you are making at me right now. And I would like to see it, please.
Hopefully my camera actually picks up this time. Oh wait, I probably can't because my camera is being used for recording. But just know it was the stereotypical what? I mean, I'm a Floridian, so yeah, I go into the shark's world all the time, but I don't, I'm not saying that the shark's gonna ruthlessly maul my leg because it looks like a tasty snack. These guys killed the stormtroopers, looked back and said, damn, that's a fine ass Big Mac right there. Can't let that go to waste. And ate them.
I'm just saying, okay? I don't think that there's any real justification for your hatred of...
So by that logic, I've got something for you.
Okay.
How do I spell this word?
What you got, Tom?
Don't judge me for my spelling. I spell words the way they sound, not the way that they're actually spelt. That's the zombies. So, by that logic that you're giving me here, this is a little bit different because they're Geonosian zombies, but this is an actual representation of what happened with the living Geonosians.
You two, head back to the contact General Munn.
Why is this filmed on a fucking potato?
I won't be unhappy. Shivers.
First of all, fuck that. Nope.
Winds. Sonas. Nothing. What the?
Fuck that. Look at watch this guy's neck. Watch this gentleman's neck. He just got his throat ripped out.
Do you know why he got his throat ripped out?
Because the Geonosians ate clones for meals. Because
he is part of a group of people who thought, let's invade this planet, and he got.
They were separatists. It was part of the territory of war. Or you don't sit there, you don't look at a corpse and go, damn, that's a fine ass steak right there. Or you don't look at a living being and go, I'm gonna nom that bitch.
Maybe
Like,
you don't, but maybe the alien race does, and
then
that
I
is the alien
look,
home planet, and those troopers stepped on their land, so it's
no,
their fault if they.
no one deserves to be eaten.
I
I don't care.
disagree.
I don't care how, like, what wrong or right you're in. There is no way, there is no stretch or logic that says you can eat that motherfucker.
I have a list of people I would like to feed to those Ganoshans or whatever they're called.
Fine, okay, but the clone troopers were not that's just think about that. Put yourself in their shoes for a second. You're born for one purpose, to fight and, well, two purposes, to fight and die for the Republic. That's it. You don't even gotta.
Doing their job. Their purpose has been fulfilled.
Dying doesn't necessarily mean you get eaten. When I interpret war, I think, okay, I just got shot in the chest. I just got crossed off the census. I'm now meeting Jesus. Okay, that's fine. However, I walk up, let's say I go to a different planet and I'm like, all right, we gotta reconquer this so we can stop the war because they're producing battle droids. They're making battle droids that would, inevitably lengthen the confrontation. Can't have that. You don't expect to set foot in a Geonosian, like a cave, and all of a sudden you're 5-6 feet up in the air being carried away by a fucking bug to be dinner. Like, what? The moment. Look, there are some war crimes, according to a lot of Star Wars YouTubers. There was war crimes committed. One of them was burning, like using incendiary weapons. Oddly topical. Not gonna get into that. Using incendiary weapons against things that want to eat you. Burn it. Burn the heresy. Burn it to the ground. Because if that motherfucker's looking at me like a Big Mac, I'm gonna make him crispy extra bacon.
So it's okay for you to make some alien crispy extra bacon, but it's not okay for them to make you crispy extra bacon?
Yeah, because they're gonna eat me.
It seems like you are not putting yourself in the alien's shoes.
They're not.
That's
They're
all
a
I'm saying.
hive mind. There is no individuality. It's all the queen. Like, damn, I'm hungry. Yo, you see that? You see CT 2011? Yo, grab him real quick. He looks extra thick today.
Well, I still love Space Bears.
I mean, they're cute. They're adorable, but they ate people. Let's just go ahead and that's a no for me, dog.
Okay. But
Anyway.
I'll make you love them one day.
Maybe, possibly, yeah, maybe. We'll see. When they're roasting over the fire so I can eat them because they're gonna eat me.
No. Hypocrisy is not.
I am sometimes a hypocritical, egotistical bastard. Y'all will learn this.
That's okay. Nobody's perfect.
Anyway, going back to the Kenobi thing, I don't care about your survey. Sorry, YouTube, I don't care. So anyway, to explain a little bit, because I know you're not 100%, you haven't seen Star Wars yet, and that's fine. We'll change that.
I don't know much.
We'll change that. So this is taking place after Order 66, the Great Jedi Purge. So that means Obi-Wan is obviously one of the few who survived because he shows up in the original trilogy as Alec Guinness. The reason they're releasing this on May 25th instead of May 4th, which I really wanted May 4th, but hey, whatever, is...
May the Fourth be with you.
Exactly. May 25th is the 30-year anniversary of the first time we ever saw Obi-Wan Kenobi on screen.
Okay, that makes sense though.
It does, but it sucks because I'm not patient. I want my Star Wars and I want it now, damn it.
It's cool though. It's cool either way.
Yeah, and the what I'm worried about with this is Obi-Wan was not found. He was never, like, in the original trilogy, Darth Vader has no idea Obi-Wan is living on Tatooine. There's like, why, like, who would want to, especially if you're Vader and slash Anakin, Tatooine is where you grew up, is where you were a slave on Tatooine. Why would you go back? So Obi-Wan, brilliant as he is, and that's a little fucked up, I'm going to go ahead and point that out, went back and said, you know where would be a good place to hide? Tatooine, because he's not coming back here. Nope. Nope. He hates sand. He hates this place. Perfect. In reality, that is actually kind of perfect, because you made a very safe bet.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem that I have is if Obi-Wan Kenobi is being hunted by Inquisitors, that means they have an idea of where he is. In the original trilogy, it was presented like they have no idea if Obi-Wan's alive, if he is, where he is. They don't even know that he's guarding Luke Skywalker. Anakin Vader has no idea that he has kids. Little fucked up.
Okay. I'm trying to follow. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm rapid firing some information here. I know. So if I need to explain something a little bit more in depth, please just let me know. Okay. And by the way, YouTube, this is all going up unedited. Y'all get to see the raw beauty of this. This is gonna be amazing. I'm really. This is really fucking fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, like that's the problem that I have, because if he's being hunted, now they know he's alive and roughly where he is, which kind of makes the original trilogy not as valid, I guess is the way to put it. But I have faith. If Dave Filoni is making this, I have faith. The Book of Boba Fett was okay. The Mandalorian, I love The Mandalorian. I like the Book of Boba Fett, but I have some critiques of it. But that's just me being a Star Wars.
Can we please watch that?
Yeah.
Can we review that? Because
yeah,
I want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I have no problem. We can do that next session if you really want.
On the Mandalorian.
Like, The Mandalorian is fucking fire, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I was worried because Disney with Star Wars is kind of like an old cum rag. It's just not good. It's not good. The sequel trilogy. The sequel trilogy, and I'm sorry if anybody really liked the sequel trilogy. It's fine to like things that you like. Take it with a grain of salt. I'm a prequel lover. I love all Star Wars except the sequel trilogy, and I have a very valid reason. One. I realized you couldn't see my thumb there. One. Kylo Ren, no shade to his actor. Adam Driver is a fucking machine. That man probably pisses excellence in the morning. Kylo Ren was kind of a bitch. He wanted to be his granddaddy so damn bad, he decided to go like full adolescent teenage temper tantrum bullshit with it. Vader was feared for good reason. If you were a commanding officer and you fucked up, well, you might have your name crossed from the galactic census. And it would be the most BDSM way possible. He was going to choke you to death. And then, but it promoted excellence in his ranks. Like, he treated the rank and file stormtrooper like gods. They loved him. They would die for this man. Many of them figured out he was Anakin Skywalker, which kind of, how the fuck could you not see it? But hey, whatever. He commanded the only battalion of clone troopers in the entire galaxy left. Vader's Fist, the 501st Legion, was comprised of all the remaining clones that were still fit for active duty, and the clone commandos. Badass. So, and sorry.
No, go ahead.
And Kylo Ren, the moment he's faced with insubordination or a shitty general making a bad call, what does he do instead of killing the guy? He turns around and starts destroying his own ship like a fucking teenager going on a rampage. Ooh, I'm
Yes.
terrified. Like,
Yeah,
Sorry, what?
I said, yeah, that sounds stupid for sure.
And you're telling me, don't get me wrong. A lot of people say that a lot of people don't like Rey because she's a female Jedi. I don't give a shit that she's female. I don't care. She got her powers way too fucking easily. There is no excuse. You hold a fucking lightsaber, all of a sudden you have 100 years of training under your belt. Just because you picked the damn thing up. If that was the case, Luke Skywalker would have just went out and slayed Darth Vader the moment he picked up the Anakin's lightsaber. And if I swear, it's not Anakin's lightsaber, it's whoever owns it last. Bull fucking shit, Skywalker son. That was Anakin's lightsaber, then Luke, Skywalker's, mind you, Skywalker's. And then you're gonna tell me it's Rey's lightsaber. It's Anakin's lightsaber. It's Anakin's lightsaber. He gave it to his son. Well, Obi-Wan gave it to his son, but I like to think that Anakin would have given his son his lightsaber or helped him build his first. You know, as good fathers do. However, I'm sorry.
No, I was just wondering. No, go ahead.
No.
You're gonna lose. I don't want you to lose your.
Oh no,
Go ahead.
I know this train of thought because I've had this conversation many of times. Please ask a question.
How did Rey end up with the lightsaber?
So through bullshit means of the film producers wanted to give another callback, I guess. There's actually a canonical reason how Maz Kanata got Luke or Anakin / Luke's lightsaber. There's an actual canonical reason. However, I see it as just like, hey, we know that. We're gonna put that in there so people can be like, hey, that we know what that object is.
Okay.
It's the whole sequel trilogy was just like one long cringy callback. So, and people hate on like the prequel trilogy for being cringy, and I'll give you that. Damn, some of the lines were cringy as fuck. But do I still love them? Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I think there's a fine line between like cringy and cheesy. Like a little cheese is okay, you know?
It's fine. And you also have to remind yourself when Hayden Christensen was playing Anakin, he was like 18, 19 years old, I think. He was a young dude. So obviously he's not got like 40 or 50 years of acting under the belt. Ewan McGregor had some kind of cringe lines too. But you know what? They grew up as they did it, and Hayden Christensen kind of played the role of a detached sociopath really fucking well. A sociopath or psychopath, one of the two.
Yeah. The clips that you've showed me of him, like, I think he was doing great.
Yeah.
Like, he was very convincing.
And one of the things that people hate on the prequel trilogy is like, oh my god, they use so much CGI. You'll find me 40 or 50 dudes that look exactly the same as Tamora Morrison and put them on screen, and I'll admit you got a point. Go ahead, take a gander. You won't. I guarantee it.
So, I feel like. So, okay, on a scale from 1 to 10, how excited are you for this? Because you make me excited about, like, watching Star Wars. Like, in general, because I've only seen the first episode of Mandalorian and the first episode of Book of Boba Fett. So, everything else Star Wars, I have no idea. So, like, you make me excited to see what I think for myself of Star Wars, but what do you think of this new series?
I'm hopefully optimistic. I'm gonna go into it with no expectations because I was not one of the Boba Fett fanboys. Like, I didn't jerk off to this guy. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Tamora Morrison. He's a cool, like, really cool dude. But I saw him more as the clone template because that's what I grew up with. I grew up with Tamora Morrison as Jango Fett and the Clone Army. I didn't grow up with Boba Fett being this lone wolf bad guy, like badass dude. I didn't see what they saw, like the older crowd, and my dad included. My dad loves Star Wars. As a matter of fact, my dad's the one who got me into Star Wars. He likes to say he's not a nerd, but he's a nerd. Sonny, we were athletes at one point, but now we're nerds. Like, let's be real. We're retired, we're old and washed up. Like, they're
Nerdleets.
exactly. We don't go out and play 90 minutes anymore on a full pitch. We don't do that. You know, one, our knees would decide to yeet themselves to the stratosphere, and two, we ain't in good shape. I mean, I'm not in good shape. My father's probably in better shape than I am, but I'm not anymore. I kind of looked at it like, fuck it. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Run a mile my ass. Dude, run 2 miles under 12 minutes. You can kiss my fat ass, you bastard. Anyway, so on a scale of like 1 to 10, I'm gonna go ahead and say an 8 because and this is conditional, if Dave Filoni is making each episode, it's automatically a 9 because this man lives, breathes, eats, and fucks Star Wars. Like this dude gave us the Clone Wars TV show, and then gave us Rebels. I liked Rebels, but I could definitely tell it was more Disney, more kid related. Because there wasn't as many like dark topics. Like I'm a weird person. Everybody started cringing when Anakin was like, I'm gonna slaughter the kids. I'm like, that's actually I see his point. If you're taking over the galaxy and you don't want another threat rising, you gotta break some eggs to make an omelet.
Tactically, it's very smart.
It's very sound. I get it. And that's when I started realizing I have a dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
Very dark.
I like this. I feel like maybe if we can, maybe we could review each of the episodes.
Oh yeah, for fucking sure. If Obi-Wan, if the Obi-Wan show turns out to be as good as I think it will, that's gonna be a new series on the channel.
Yay!
And The Mandalorian's good. I'd have to rewatch everything, and I'd have to set aside a day where we can just talk about each episode every week.
I would love that too, to be honest.
So it may become like an every Thursday or Wednesday kind of thing. Like, yeah, instead of streaming, we film a podcast or something like that. That could work.
I think that would be, and hopefully people listening like it.
Yeah, I hope they do too. And I hope you guys take what I say about the sequel trilogy and what I will say. I realize we're going on 1 hour and 17 minutes. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys watch it all the way through. But I just got to get this shit out, man. Like
if anybody sorry for interrupting.
No, go ahead.
If anybody listening has any suggestions on maybe what you would like to talk about, or hear us talk about, or hear us review, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, for real. I mean, yeah, and going, that's actually I'm glad you said that, because I probably would have forgotten to say it, honestly. But Star Wars has been a founding. It's been kind of like a bonding thing for me and my family. Like, we all love Star Wars. My mother harps that you guys are nerds. Mama, you're a nerd too. Stop it. Stop. You in a family of nerds, and you a nerd too. Stop it. Miss High and Mighty, hey, you get off of my cloud kind of thing. You a nerd too. Come back down to earth. I love my mother to death, don't you? And
I'm not a nerd.
You will be when you will be.
I'm not a nerd. I'm not a nerd. I have no nerd badge yet, but
I'll wear that bitch loud and proud.
I would love to. I would love to earn said nerd badge, and hopefully, I feel like you're the perfect nerd to help me I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
No. You're right. I'm a nerd. Say it. My family calls me the Nerdopedia because I got so
No,
much useless shit just logged into my brain. It's not even funny. I have so much gun stuff and Star Wars and Lord of the Rings trivia. If they ask me any question on like Jeopardy, done. It's over. Just sign the check. Go ahead and sign it.
know. I don't know much about much.
Oh, you will.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. But I will say, like, I can be. I feel like I have nerd potential. So, like, I love Buffy, and you know, I think maybe I could be a nerd for Buffy.
So I go on the
But
record and
anyway,
say the Winchesters are
don't,
better.
don't you, don't you say it. Don't you say it. Please don't say it.
All right, I won't say it, but I'll
You
think
know
it.
what? Go ahead, say it. No, go
Oh, I
ahead.
already did. You just didn't hear me.
No. Yeah, because I was purposely talking over you because I didn't want you to say that. I
I'm just
didn't
gonna.
want that to be on record.
I'm just gonna
But you know
go
what?
on
You know
record
what?
that the Winchesters are way better than Buffy.
And
They're
I
better
want to go
looking.
on.
They're more comedic. They kick ass more than Buffy.
Everybody, nerds, all you nerds,
all our
all
fine our nerds gather around.
you
All the fine people in the
fine-ass
nerd
nerds
kingdom.
who may be listening, I need you to please comment and tell him how fucking wrong he is because I know, okay, I don't know a lot about like nerd culture and such, but like I know some shit, and I know Star Wars is huge, and it's got, you know,
It's got its factions.
yeah, but like, come on, the way he's talking. So I'm not talking shit about Star Wars, but
I'm not
but
talking
there's
shit
no.
about Buffy. I'm just saying as in a
I no, it's my turn, and I need the people's.
I
I
surrender.
need the nerds. I need the nerds to set you straight because you can be like, oh, I'm a nerd, and like you're not. So like you know, my nerd opinion is more important than your non-nerd opinion.
Right?
But
I
I
mean,
know I'm right. So I need all the nerds.
and we say nerd lovingly because I'm a nerd and I fully admit it. Like
Yes, of
we say
course
this
it's
loving. Like
lovingly.
it's dope as shit to be a nerd now. Fuck being an athlete.
Nerds are in, you know, nerds are cool.
Dad bods
So,
forever.
so I just want all the nerds to set his ass straight because he doesn't believe me because I'm not a nerd. But like if real
That's
nerds
not the
tell his
reason.
if real nerds tell him that Buffy is like the fact that he would even say that is just like it's he needs to not. He needs to not. I need you to tell him that he needs to not. Okay, thank you. That's my speech. The end.
I mean, we can. It's like the is baked spaghetti lasagna argument that we had on stream. That got fucking heated for a little bit
You're
there.
not doing this. You're not doing this, guys. You're not doing this right now.
I want
We're
to,
keeping this- No,
but I'm not
no,
going to.
We're gonna save your other wrong thing
Oh,
for
okay.
the next stream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 Anyway, going back to Star Wars because I feel like I did a very bad job of explaining because I'm sure you have more questions. Do you, what do you think of the trailer? Because people already know how I feel.
Well, I feel pretty lost, but that's just because I don't really know the universe and stuff, you know? I feel like people who know Star Wars can watch the trailer and get a real good like sense of what's going on or what they can expect, you know?
Yeah.
And I can't. So to me, it's I don't know what to expect because I don't know like any of it.
Yeah.
But it looks cool and he looks
Sexy.
nice.
You can just say he looks sexy.
He looks easy on the eyes. And,
Sexy. I'll say it for her. He looks sexy.
and
I'm not a gay man, but damn. Oh.
so yeah, I feel like as I mean, yeah, I'm excited to watch because I know you're excited to watch, and I know some people, my brothers are like they love Star Wars, and they're into all the shows, the Star Wars series,
Yeah,
and like I know they're gonna watch, so I'm excited to see because I know all the nerds are excited to see.
there we go. So I mean, you said that you were lost about some things. Yeah, I can help as much as I can if you want to ask like any questions to start like winding this down so it's not like 2 hours and takes 6 hours to render. And I don't have the best internet, but I have the best internet in my area. If that makes sense.
I just want to say nerds. I really am saying
Nerds
that,
unite.
it's making me laugh because it feels like I'm saying something bad.
I feel like we're shitting on them, but at the same time, like I am a nerd and I love the nerd culture. So I mean, it's it's
the
great.
Cool nerds get it.
Yeah, the cool kids get it. We get it. We get our Lunchables and our fucking Go-Gurts, and we're good.
Yeah,
Fucking Go-Gurts. Oh my god, they're so delicious.
I
So
feel
bad
like
for you.
most of my questions. I'm sorry.
Go for it.
I feel like most of my questions are gonna be like, maybe after the episodes, because I'll be able to have like,
A
more
better
to go
understanding of what's going on.
Yeah, but I guess one of the things I'm thinking is like, where are we gonna, what are we seeing? Because I don't want to this is before his parts in the movies?
This is
In
before episode 4, 5, and 6. So 4, 5, and 6 were filmed in the 70s and 80s, and 1, 2, and 3 was filmed in the 2000s. So this is the time. So if you look at it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is the time in between episode 3 and episode 4. Like we have very little, or at least I do. There's like very little canonized like what happens between that period. Like you go from episode 3 to Obi-Wan going in hiding, delivering Luke to his aunt and nephew, or his aunt and uncle, and then episode 4 to this raggedy, and I say this with love, this raggedy old wizard looking dude carting off this teenager sidekick around the galaxy to great adventures.
So this is kind of like slap in the middle of the movies.
Yeah. This is like so the rebellion, if this is correct, the rebellion is being born right now, and Obi-Wan's primary job is to make sure Vader doesn't find Luke.
Okay.
Vader is Luke's dad.
Luke.
For spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen episode 5, Vader is Luke's baby daddy.
Vader is Luke's dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
So obviously, if he knew about it, there would be either one of two things, and we saw how the second one goes, where he turns back to the light, and he decides, "Fuck the Empire, I'm done. I'm yeeting this old man down a reactor shaft," and that's just gonna be the end of it. Or 2, he's gonna double down and be like, "Yo, a father and a son tag team Emperor duo, pretty nice." Honestly, I don't know which one I'd take, because going from a moisture farmer on a desert planet to being the number 2 in the galaxy, that's pretty tempting, even if my dad is like slaughtering people on the daily.
Yeah, it is.
Like, that's some tempting shit.
So just from a production standpoint, like, do you think, how much material do you think they have? Like, if this is really successful, which I feel like it's gonna be,
Well,
how long do you think we can go? Seasons?
they can't go too long without, because I mean, it's not necessarily like a physical time restraint, but there is a certain amount of years between episode 3 and episode 4. So there's only so much you can do in that time period before you start bleeding over into episode 4. So I feel like what they're gonna do in the first episode is they're gonna show Obi-Wan on the Tantive 4 saying, "All right, I'm going into hiding." He gives Luke to his aunt and uncle, and he's like, "All right, so now he's setting up his life." I feel like the first episode is gonna probably be not as well received because it's kind of setting the world up. If Dave Filoni's doing this, he's gonna set it up, and we're not gonna like Dave Filoni is really good about this. He'll have one episode where he sets everything up. 2 or 3 are like filler, like little background things. But then the final episode ties everything together. And you're like, holy shit. If this didn't happen, this person wouldn't be here. Now I understand what's going on. And he's notorious about that.
Okay.
Like,
I'm excited.
And I'm a little afraid he's going to break my heart again. Like, like legit. Like, I'm a grown ass man, and I damn near cried at the end of the Clone Wars season 7. Like when Captain Rex pointed that blaster at Ahsoka, I was like, no, you can't do this. Don't you do this to me. I will yeet this big ass TV across this room.
I mean, he did it though. He did it to you, didn't he?
He dipped his pinky toe in there. But he's very good about the emotional, like he hits you in the feels. Because you spend, for all intents and purposes, I spent my childhood, I'm not the oldest man alive, but I grew up when episode 1, 2, and 3 were coming out. So there was a period of time where that was canon. That was it. That's all we knew happened. And then Dave Filoni came out and was like, yo, Anakin actually had a Padawan. And we're like, yo, who is this bitch? Like, Anakin didn't have a Padawan. Come on, bro. Read your script. Stay in your lane. And then by the end of the Clone Wars, we're like, yo, why's she leaving? Bring her back. No. Don't know. So, I mean, I'm really hopeful. And I'm not saying Jon Favreau is a horrible director, but I kind of feel like the Book of Boba Fett was Jon Favreau pulling out his Star Wars toys and playing with them, and just the wildest shit happened. And I'm not saying it's bad by any means. I actually quite enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett, but you gotta have to like take a step back and be like, yo, this man is really just playing with his action figures, and this is what happens. I'm not saying I haven't done it. I still have a box of Legos in my room. I have Legos on my. I mean, I'm gonna show the camera. I got Lego Clone Troopers like right here. I'm a grown-ass man, and I still build Legos.
We can't see.
Well, you will be when this video goes live.
Oh, okay.
But you kind. I feel like I had a better I had a better time with the Book of Boba Fett because I didn't grow up with Boba Fett being this silent, but like he'll kick your ass at a drop of a hat.
Okay.
And I kind of have to like detach myself from prequel stuff too. Because I'm like, damn, like this. Sometimes like this. That's not how it happened. That's just not how it happened. And I'm like, well, Disney owns it now. This is how it happened in Disney's world. Because one of the key changes was it's very subtle, but nerds like me get it. So the Clone Commandos and their official designation was RC, Republic Commando. Disney changed it to CC, Clone Commando, which also is Clone Commander, Clone Captain. So it's like the little nomenclature stuff that's a little weird. They changed some of the numbers around, and I'm like, that's not his actual number, but whatever. Okay, whatever, fine. Still cool. So and I feel like a lot of the Star Wars fan base has kind of gotten into that nitpicky, just, well, this isn't how it went back in the day. So, homie, this ain't the 70s anymore. We got new technology, we got new shit that happens every day, and I got to do it with myself too. So it's like what I mentioned earlier with the Obi-Wan Kenobi. Like, if the Inquisitors have found him, that kind of puts Obi-Wan's secrecy kind of kaputski. But I'm kind of like, well, let's see how it goes, because The Mandalorian kind of did that with me with Bo-Katan, Ahsoka. First of all, I didn't even understand the whole like this is the way. I get the meme obviously, but I didn't realize that was a separate cult of like Mandalorians who live, worship, and fuck the code. If you remove your helmet, you are no longer Mandalorian. What about Django? Django's not a Mandalorian. The fuck he is. He's a Kuval Dar. Those who are dead.
I mean, I would like to watch it with you just so I can, you know.
Be prepared
we
for
can-
a 30-minute episode to take like 2 or 3 hours. It's the same thing with Lord of the Rings. I don't watch the theatrical edition. I watch the extended edition, the bitches that take 4 hours per movie. And I'm sitting there like, I know every detail that's about to happen. I've read this in the books. I know what's gonna happen. And yeah, and it's going on a different tangent for Lord of the Rings, but I'll say that for a different one because the Amazon TV show should be coming out soon, and I'm very interested to see that. So, fingers crossed. I don't know as much about Lord of the Rings as I do Star Wars, but hey, I know a fair bit.
I also don't know anything about Lord of the Rings. The only thing I know really is whatever you've told me about it. So
You won't like.
sorry.
I was just jamming out there.
So yeah, yeah, that would be cool to see too. Like,
Yeah.
who knows? Hopefully, you know.
And you know,
I mean, I've been doing this, and hopefully, people enjoy.
and this is
listening, so
this is the last. Sorry, go ahead. I did not mean to
No, go ahead.
interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
This is the last kind of tangent. It's not Star Wars related. It's not Lord of the Rings related at all. It's about a different series entirely. So there's this book series that I read, and I'm actually named after one of the characters. If you look at my name and you read this series, you're gonna be like, oh shit. Well, there's 2 iterations of me. One doesn't end very well. The other one's kind of cool. So it's called The Belgariad and the Malloreon. It's by David Eddings, who is by far a great writer. And I feel like that would be like the next Lord of the Rings if, and this is a big fucking if they follow the books. If they do what they did with Aragon, I'm still pissed off about that. And they completely say, fuck the books, we're gonna make our own thing, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
But I don't think it'll ever happen because it's not as like widely known as Aragon or Game of Thrones and stuff like that. But I feel it's better than Aragon and Game of Thrones.
You
So-
never know. I mean, Hollywood, like, they've been out of ideas since forever, so
So,
maybe they'll pick it up, you know?
I mean, I even have my perfect cast for it too. I mean, this is how, like, me and my father have debated on who would be the best character for who. So
We got it. Maybe we can. That could be one we talk about.
you'd have to read the books to understand, though.
Yeah.
And they're not. I mean, they're definitely. So the Belgariad's kind of more, and the Malloreon's kind of more like a young adult book, which is fine. I'm not shitting on young adult books at all. I still love that series. The one that if you're an adult reader and you like more dark and like realistic stuff, the Tamuli and the Elenium is probably for you. I think I kind of like that a little bit better than the Belgariad. I've reread it like 3 or 4 times. It's fucking great. But I mean, I want to see creativity in Hollywood, and I swear if they ever did it right, it's like if they went back into the Aragon series right, it would be a fucking hit. I don't like the way Christopher Paolini ended the book, but whatever.
It'll be a good series.
It really would. And, you know, and the movie wasn't that bad cinematically. If you look at it as just a movie, it's not that bad. But that's one of those that I couldn't detach myself from. I've read the books. Yeah. The book is so much better.
Yeah.
It's like
get that.
Percy Jackson. Fucking phenomenal books. Shitty movie. Very shitty movie. Didn't really read the book.
I don't know. I didn't read them or watch them.
I'm telling you, I spend 95% of the time reading.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not like one of these fancy readers who has one of those like iPads that you know you can store all your books. No, I got paper books, I got hardcover books. We got a full fucking trunk, 3 trunks in the garage full of books that we read.
That's awesome. I love that.
I mean, honestly, if you guys are looking to expand your vocabulary in something that's easy to read, pick up the Belgariad. That shit's so fucking easy. I was in middle school having to explain what somber meant. And because I mispronounced it once and I said sober. I read it. I was reading too fast in the book because God, I hated reading assignments. They're like, well, we're gonna all read out loud. Like, no, fuck, man, these guys can't read. What the shit?
Oh.
I'm done with the book while this motherfucker's struggling to get it. And it's not. It's really not. I'm not hating on people who don't like reading. It's just you haven't found the right book. When you find the right book, you'll become an avid reader.
Yeah, and it sounds like you are, but like I get what you're saying. I think a lot of people understand that because like that was never fun. The whole reading out
Yeah,
loud.
and I know
it was just fucking nails on a chalkboard. So it's not like you're just hating on people.
And you know, and my teacher used to, my English teachers used to like, they would be like, well, are you done with the book? Yes, ma'am. What's the book about? Repeat the exact fucking thing verbatim. And I'm like, can I go to sleep now? So by my junior year in high school, they didn't even call on me to read because I had already finished the book. And it just wasn't fair. And I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so much better than them. It's like, no, I enjoy reading. It's just I read fast. I don't know if anybody else does this, but me, my dad, and my mom and my brother do it. Like we've read so much, we don't even realize we're doing it. But when we read like the first few sentences of a paragraph, we automatically know what the paragraph's trying to say. Even if when people like for me, it's hard when they like deconstruct it, like, well, what does this mean? Or what, and they throw the fancy words around. I'm like, okay, fuck you. This is what the passage meant. Stop telling me, like, you don't need a $5 word to ask a simple question.
I think, yeah, I'm not good at reading. Like, I'm a slow reader, but I used to really love reading. I haven't in a long time, but I don't know. I'd like to start reading the book. Bulgarian?
The Bulgarian by David Eddings. It's actually a very cheap book.
Yeah, I'd like to read that one.
Like my father told me, and I also read this in a book. As your body and eyes fade, reading will keep the mind sharp.
I like that.
I probably fucked up the quote because I haven't read it in so long and I haven't heard it in so long. But basically, as you get older, you read so you can keep your mind sharp. The body fades, the mind does not.
I love that. Unless you neglect it, but that's the whole
Exactly.
point.
Or unless you're like me and decided to headbutt a goalpost by accident.
I'm pretty close to that, but not with a goalpost. But we won't get into that.
I'm very, like, there's some stories that I could tell you where I made that goalpost my bitch, but it fucking hurt.
We're gonna have to save those for story
Yeah,
time.
because I think we're running out. We're almost pushing 2 hours right now.
Yeah, we'll do story time for those, and then we'll do reviews, and hopefully we can review the new Obi-Wan, because I'm excited.
And if you guys really want to see it, if you guys really like the like wanting to get into reading and stuff like that, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna read the book out loud for you because I read in my head. I read in my head and I read so much faster in my head than, I mean, it's so fucking weird. I read really fast. However, from my brain to my mouth, there's some like disconnect there and I don't read out loud well.
Maybe, oh my god, I have an idea, but we gotta talk about it later.
Sure. So, I mean, if you guys really want that, I could do book reviews on my own and like suggest books for you guys. Like, I mean, honestly, like number one book suggestion.
You don't want me there? That's fine.
I want you to read the book. So I'm going to be selling the book to you and the audience. I'm going to hear about this later.
I know what you're talking about.
Lies.
Anyway, this was very fun. And guys, thank you for having me.
We got to think of a name for this podcast. I don't know. I mean, I know what I'm going to title this episode of the podcast. Stories and Star Wars.
Well, yeah, but not if you're gonna have.
Oh no,
like,
this is the title of the episode, not the actual.
I mean, what you could split that up, to be honest, because like the first, you had a long
Oh God, I
intro
did.
story time, so you could, if you wanted, you could turn that into like 2 episodes.
I was
And
actually thinking about keeping this as one long one
I mean, you can do that too.
because I mean there's so much like to me, for me at least, the way my ADHD brain works, there's like the stories led to the Star Wars, and you can't have one without the other.
I would probably not cut, but just split it up so that the whole first part could be a storytime one, a storytime video, and then the whole other one could be the Star Wars review. But you could just, like, it's a podcast, so like you said, like you never know what you're gonna get, and it totally work, you know.
Yeah. I mean, we'll keep this one long because this is the first one, and we got to do something special for the first one, and then the next ones will obviously be shorter. Because I
mean,
really got to rein in my rambling.
I mean, no, I love the stories and just everything that comes out of the rambling. That's the great part about shooting the shit is you know, it takes all kinds of turns. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of my favorite conversations. I love conversations. So, I maybe I like it. Stories in Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's
But the name of the podcast, we'll probably brainstorm it a little bit, and then we'll come up with a name by like the second or third episode. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the outro, guys, and in this, I know.
Sorry.
You have mail.
But yeah, first official podcast
Yeah.
in the book. I'm excited, and thank you again for
Yeah,
having
thank you for joining the editor of the channel that makes me funny.
No, he's already
it.
funny. And I just want to say also, anyone who, stops by and listens and, comments and supports the channel at all, and that's thank you
That's
very
huge.
much. Much appreciated.
But yeah, guys. Yeah, I like Noodles said, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys stopped by, I hope you listened to the whole way through, and if you did, congratulations, you listened to an hour and 50 minutes of some guy talking. That's fantastic. I like it. I like your gusto. But yeah, yeah, for real. If you guys want to see like more of this stuff, there will be more episodes coming out later. Or if you guys want to get the unbridled stream version of it, there will be links down in the description for my TikTok. I don't really post on TikTok anymore. That's a fucking black hole I don't want to get into. But I realize. Yeah, there's the merch store if you guys really want to. You don't have to. I rock my merch because it's fucking comfortable and I love it. I finally got to see the blanket. My grandmother bought a blanket and I fucking love it. It's super soft.
I love it. I'm sorry I haven't been able to.
No, it's all good. Yeah, but there will be links down in the description if you guys really want to support the channel. But if you guys don't want to spend any money, hey, I get it, man. Money. I get it. I get it.
It's like a like or a comment is like honestly super helpful and appreciated. So thank you either way.
Yeah, like that helps a long way. I don't want to like pander or anything like that, but helps me. We just reached, I believe, the 5,000 view mark on the YouTube channel.
Really?
Yeah, we hit that about 2 weeks ago. And it's the weirdest fucking thing. Remember the Settlers video that I had that I uploaded, that game review? The one that I put like no effort into? Because I was so fucking tired that morning. I just couldn't find it to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the #1 viewed channel or viewed video. I think somewhere we're like sitting at 739 views on that, which is fucking huge for me.
That is actually very huge.
That blew me away because I was like, y'all actually found me funny in this video? Holy shit. I was tired.
Now you're making me want to go back and rewatch it.
I mean, honestly, guys, go for it. If you guys, like Noodles said, if you guys want to go rewatch that shit, I wasn't funny at all. I was tired. Like that was like the least energy I hate to say it, but it really was. It was the least energy I put into it because I was like, fuck me, I'm so tired. Let's just get this shit out. Let's go. And I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, hey.
A happy accident.
Right? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna get this thing put up on YouTube so you guys can watch this. I hope to see you guys on Twitch. We're playing Elden Ring right now. I had a little bit of weird issue with my computer earlier tonight. There's the stream isn't as long as it actually was because I had to restart my computer because it sounded like a nuclear bomb was going off in it. And in the process, I either accidentally deleted the video or something happened. I may have accidentally deleted the video. I'm stupid, okay? I don't know anything about computers. The fact that my computer hasn't blown up on me is astounding. Anyway, but yeah, we've been playing Elden Ring. I kind of like Elden Ring, and I fucking hate Dark Souls. I hate that game with a passion. I will never play it. I don't care if you donate. I mean, if you donate $1,000, then for yeah, I might play it one episode. But I couldn't get past the fucking opening boss, and I don't care how good the game is afterwards. If I can't fight in your game and I keep getting my shit clocked, then no, I'm not gonna play your game. But yeah, we've been playing Elden Ring, and I stuck with it, and it's starting to pay off. I still die a lot. I swear, it's like I win one fight, I go back to that same fight, and I get my ass kicked. I don't know what's going on, but it's a really fun game. We'll be playing that probably Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Friday's looking like either Witcher or zombie game. Monday is Warzone. Sunday's iffy, and Tuesday's also kind of iffy. I have class on Tuesdays, so it's kind of up to how tired I am after class and how done I am with talking and being in front of a camera. So if you guys do, if there is a stream Tuesday, you'll probably get the notification. If not, I'm just too tired. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end it here, guys. Give all the love to our special guest Noodles today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and she's gonna be back on the channel, guys. You guys are gonna see her funny edits.
Nobody likes me.
Especially in the baked spaghetti argument video. Baked spaghetti is not lasagna. Case closed.
Oh my god, baked spaghetti is lasagna. That is literally you just calling lasagna baked spaghetti.
Okay,
There's a
quick thing.
No,
Here's my side in like 30 seconds. Lasagna has lasagna pasta. Spaghetti has spaghetti pasta. It doesn't matter how you cook it, the pasta's not the same. So it's not the same.
It's noodles, it's baked it's spaghetti. It's
Yeah,
lasagna.
it's leftover spaghetti that you don't want to reheat in a pan, so your lazy ass throws it in an oven and say, whatever, we're done.
And layers it up with cheese, just like lasagna. Next.
Nope. Different noodles, different noodle types, Noodles. Nice try. Nice try. The real lovers of baked spaghetti will unite with me. They'll come to my aid.
I win. Okay, it's lasagna.
Okay.
And
We'll let
Buffy is way better than Supernatural. The end.
No, we'll let the comments decide our fate. But yeah, guys, that's the end for the first ever glacial and noodles pasta. Glacials and noodles pasta. Fucking A, mate. I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. Podcast.
Good night, everyone. Or
Good night,
day,
guys.
and
Yeah,
have a
whenever
good
you're
one.
watching this, buenos noches. Goodbye in French. I speak a very little bit of French and I forget the word. Ciao. Adios. Hasta la bye bye. Peace, bitches. I don't fucking know. I'm tired. I'm gonna take my ass to bed. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.